What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about on a daily basis, including money, investing, the stock market, the fourth stimulus package update, and stimulus check update. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. It's completely free to do so. And remember, the new videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also thanks for hitting the like button for us down below. There are new reports coming out that Russian President Vladimir Putin may have cancer. This is now circulating around the globe here pretty quickly. Check this out. First of all, there's a question about this recent video that he was in. I'll show it to you here briefly, as you can see here, of him gripping this table and the way he was kind of slouching in this chair. Yeah, as you can kind of see here, you'll see how he's kind of gripping the table here. This is the kind of the best I could show this video here. And the way he's kind of in this table or in this chair, kind of not moving here and grabbing this table. It doesn't look normal, and a lot of people are kind of questioning how he's holding onto this table, grabbing it. Yeah, it's a little strange. And then, since then, there's more reports coming out here that, like this, Vladimir Putin has been visited by a cancer doctor 35 times amid health speculations, new report claims. A Russian investigative journalist claims that the Kremlin leader has been visited by a thyroid cancer specialist for the past 4 years. Yeah, someone was crying in the background. Yeah, what? Someone was lonely. But yeah, so these new reports and these new that are now coming out that Putin may have cancer. And a lot of people are saying that he's looking worse and worse every time you see him. Are kind of wondering that maybe he wants to, I know, it's concerning, that maybe he wants to take over these countries here before it's over for him. I know. Yeah. And then there was this here that also came out here recently. Check this out. A Russian general just announced by accident their plan to invade Moldova after Ukraine for the second time. This was actually the second time they let it slip. Remember that the president of Belarus, I think it was, actually let it slip here previously, and now a Russian general has let it slip as well that they want to invade Moldova here again. So this is now the second time here that Russia has let it slip by accident that they're going to invade more countries after Ukraine if they can win the war in Ukraine, which at this point they've really kind of only taken over one major city, which is Mariupol. And really, Mariupol, when you kind of look at this map here, Mariupol is just one city in a massive, massive country. I mean, Russia's got a long, long way to go to take over the whole country, let alone hold the whole country. So I mean, I just don't know if they're going to be able to take over the whole country, let alone hold the whole country. You can let me know your thoughts in the comments. And really, this does kind of make you wonder if this is why Russia decided to invade Ukraine now. and why the urgency of why they want to do it now, and why they don't want to let up now. Um, you can let me know your thoughts here in the comments. Quote, in the event of an open 2024 Democratic presidential primary, Senator Bernie Sanders has not ruled out another run for president. Remember, in the last presidential run, Bernie Sanders was second in the Democrat presidency, only to Biden on the Democratic side. So Biden won the side for the Democrats, and Senator Bernie Sanders was second on the Democrats' side, only to Joe Biden on the Democratic side. Obviously, Trump was for the Republican side, but Bernie Sanders was second on the Democratic side. So let me know your thoughts here on this, on what you think about this. There is always the question on whether or not, Joe Biden will run again. Joe Biden is 79 years old, and Trump is 75 years old. Nancy Pelosi is 82 years old. Putin is 69 years old. And Mitch McConnell, who just won re-election, is 80 years old, and he just got reelected for a 6-year term. He's been there for a year, I think a year now. So he will be there for another 5 years. So he'll be there till he's at least 85 years old, unless he runs again for another 6-year term. So remember, House of Representatives are up for reelection every 2 years. Every 2 years. Yeah, so the question here is, will we see a rematch of Biden versus Trump here in the next presidential candidate? Yeah. Now, remember here that Nancy Pelosi actually recently, before she caught COVID, she's actually back now and is considered healthy. She tested negative here. So she, from what I understand, is not positive anymore. But she recently said that Congress was considering direct payments or rebate cards, which would be a debit card, or aka a forced stimulus check, direct payments. She would prefer that instead of a pausing of the federal gas tax. Remember that we also have multiple states that are pausing federal gas tax. I just covered that in a recent video. Multiple different states have paused the federal gas tax, the state gas tax. But Nancy Pelosi, the leader of the House of Representatives for the Democrat side, which the Democrats are the controlling party there, Nancy Pelosi said that she would prefer to send out an actual check to Americans, which would aka be a forced stimulus check, instead of pausing the federal gas tax. And I think sending out money directly to the people instead of saving money every time you go to fill up gas is a much better way to put money back in the hands of people. Because if you give somebody a check, they can do whatever they want with it. They can pay their rent, they can buy food, they can, pay for medicine, they can do whatever they want or whatever they need to. They can go buy gas. They can do whatever they want with it. Now, if your state is pausing their gas tax, pausing their grocery tax, or, like the state of Illinois just passed their stimulus package, and they're they're doing a little bit of everything. And I actually think the state of Illinois, even though their stimulus checks aren't huge, did a good job, because Illinois actually has, if not the largest debt, one of the largest debts on the state level of all the states. Okay, so you got to kind of remember where they're coming from. They don't have a budget surplus, they're actually in debt. Okay, so you got to kind of remember that. But they passed $50 stimulus checks, $100 stimulus checks per child. So you can get up to $300 stimulus checks if you have 3 children. $100 for married couples, so you can get $400 there. You can get up to $300 if you have a property. You can get a $300 property tax rebate, so that can be a total of $700 there. They're also pausing their grocery taxes, and they're pausing their gas tax increases for I think the rest of the fiscal year. Kind of show you this here. Yeah, you could see here Illinois budget taxpayers to receive direct payments, grocery sales tax to be suspended as part of the Illinois budget. The gas tax will also be frozen through the start of 2023 underneath the agreement. So it has a little bit of everything. You save money when you go to buy groceries, you save money when you go to get gas. It has the direct checks, and it has checks for children, and it has checks coming back for property owners. You do have to file a state tax return. Okay. So if you don't normally file a tax return, go ahead and file a tax return. I believe. I believe. So look into that if you're from the state of Illinois. Also, for Chicago, has a couple different things. 5,000 people in Chicago can start to apply for $500 monthly payments on April 25th, 2022. That is on Monday. That's a universal basic income program or a guaranteed income program. So if you're in Chicago, you're definitely going to want to apply for this. There's also one in Austin, Texas for $1,000 per month, and there's also one in Ann Arbor, Michigan for um, a universal basic income program here as well. The Chicago one starts on Monday for 5,000 people. The website to go to is chicago.gov/cash pilot. All one word. Chicago.gov/cash pilot. All one word. The website kind of looks like this. It says an official website of the city of Chicago. So, or you can kind of Google it here. 5,000 people will get $500 a month. So, really cool program there. But remember that on the federal level, Nancy Pelosi, leader of the Democrats in the House of Representatives, wants to send out federal stimulus checks. And there's a multitude of ways they can do this, including in the new Build Back Better package, potentially here. So you can let me know your thoughts here on this. They are working with Joe Manchin here on this to potentially do this through the reconciliation process. They're also potentially going to be working with Mitt Romney on the child tax credits here if they can't get it done in the Build Back Better package. I personally think they're going to probably try to do the child tax credits in the new Build Back Better package. Try to get it done there, and then maybe if they can't do it there, then work with Republicans and do the child tax credits. I probably think that's the way they're going to do it, because the problem here is if they can't do the child tax, if they do the child tax credits with the Republicans, they're going to have to do a work requirement. And a lot of Democrats don't want to do that because it would cut out people on Social Security and people on disability. And the problem here is Social Security is not considered earned income by the IRS. I don't know why it's like that, because you had to work your whole life and earn that income. So it cuts out a lot of people from the child tax credits, which is money for children. So it's really odd the way that works, that the money for the children, the parents have to earn it even though it's for the children. It's really kind of an odd system that the money for the children, the parents have to earn it. Really it's kind of an odd system. It's kind of an odd system. The Democrats don't want that to be that way, but Republicans do. I know there's a lot of mixed feelings about this, but the Democrats are going to try to pass it without that, because if they put a work requirement on it, there's millions of children that will not get these payments, because any grandmas or grandpas that are on Social Security will not be able to get these payments for their children. Anybody on Social Security, anybody on disability, anybody that's retired and is raising children or has children. Like I said, anybody on disability. There's a lot of different circumstances where people would not be able to get these payments for the children. So I think Democrats are going to try to pass it on their own. And then if they can't, work with Republicans. So I will keep you up to date here with everything. Stimulus checks, child tax credits. I just did a really big video on Social Security raises here as well. I'll link you to those videos here right now. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's completely free to subscribe. You can click here to see my newest video on state stimulus checks and federal stimulus checks here. And this is my new video I just did on Social Security raises, a very big video on that. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.